always gives the vibe, which is about to get lit.
It's a new week. Come on. It's a new week.
I mean, Efe, what's going on with you? I don't know. You're putting your hands together. What's happening?
Well, it is no news that Harmattan is already setting in, and am I really, really excited about this? Yes, but not, really, really, really excited because Harmattan comes, with a lot. The dust, the haziness, and what have you.
I get that.
I've got, lip gloss in my bag. You need to.
I do.
So this is what I'm talking about. One of the things that actually comes, with Harmattan.
Cracked lips.
But what is most important is the fact that the year is gradually coming to an end. I mean, this is the 11th month, and I'm really, really hoping and believing and also waiting on the God of the 11th hour to do something.
My gosh.
Not just in my life, but the country,
Alrighty.
as a whole. We really, really do need,
That's right.
God's
we
intervention.
Need intervention as it stands right now.
Divine intervention, if you know what I mean.
Would you do us the honor of introducing me while I introduce you?
Well, of course.
Okay.
Well, in the studios, we've got the good-looking gentleman, amiable.
Come on. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Don't interrupt me.
Okay, I won't.
All right.
Yeah.
The good-looking gentleman, right? Uduak Obong Daniel.
It's all right.
All right.
Okay.
You can call him chief.
Okay.
You can call him barrister.
No, you're doing too much. No, you're doing
It's
too
okay,
much.
It's okay. If I should
No,
stop.
please stop. But yes, let's introduce the one and only. Well, she's been called the queen of the airwaves. She's been called the voice of the voiceless. She's been called the voice of the people. She's been called quite a number of names. Right? She's one who is indeed an inspiring fellow, a colleague, a friend, and I am utmost proud of her. She's in a person of Efe. Omo Efe, peace of Semera.
Thank you very much.
Come on.
When you said Efe, without saying
Omo
Efe,
Efe.
but I called all your names.
Right, I know that. But you
Uduak, and you didn't even tell me thank you for pronouncing it.
Thank you. Uduak. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
Good
right.
to see you today.
Same here, Omo.
Yeah.
And what's going on? The whole collabo. We always do collabo.
It is divine, guys. Best believe we don't even plan these outfits or even the colors that we actually, come up with on here.
Right.
It's just divine. I think it's the co-host energy kind of thing.
That's what's going on. And talking about co-host energy right there are a couple of things that we thought that is very worth the while for you to get to know today, being the 4th day in the month of November 2024.
Well, those are both to sell petrol below our price are importing substandard products, Dangote refineries, and said on Sunday, not the refinery which rolled out petrol from its plant on September 15th, announced that it is selling to trucks at 990 naira per liter. Yudi, the truth is, I'm done with this conversation.
I'm done.
Honestly.
Same here, Efe. I'm done. And I do not even know whether to say keep hope alive or don't keep hope alive.
And I think it's important to keep hope alive.
Well, just keep hope alive. But keep your fingers crossed as you keep hope alive.
Absolutely.
But let's also get you to knowing that notable chieftains of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, in Akoko Northeast, the local government area of Ondo State, they've defected to the All Progressives Congress, APC, ahead of next week's governorship election. Okay, join the ruling class, right? Those who defected included the former House of Representative member Stephen Olemija, Lekon Bada, and Momo Mufu, also known as Aponga. Right.
All right. And then a Chief Magistrate's Court in Wuse Zone 2, Abuja, has sentenced Professor Jide Josiah. Is that
Jesus. Jesus.
Well, for a moment, I thought that was like Gabriel Jesus, but that's not Gabriel Jesus.
Right.
So 6 months in prison for impersonation during the 2019 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME.
Wow.
A statement by the board signed by its spokesperson, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, said, I'd rather stick with Professor Jide, was apprehended by officials of a joint admission and matriculation board while monitoring the 2019 UTME at Briggs Academy in Abuja.
Right. Okay, sentenced in prison. All right, 6 months.
6
no
months.
jokes. But anyways, Abubakar Momo, the Minister of Regional Development, says the painful economic decisions being taken by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are the only means the president can solve the country's problems. All right, it has to be painful for us to have a breakthrough. Momo explained that it was normal for President Tinubu, whom he said meant well for the country, to take far-reaching decisions in the interest of the people, in the interest of you and I, Omoife.
Indeed.
Right.
Now, the governors of Bauchi and Kano State and the Arewa Consultative Forum on Sunday demanded the release of the minors facing trial for treason in the Abuja Federal High Court. This followed the outrage that greeted the arraignment of the minors who were arrested during the hunger protest in August this year. I mean, this is one conversation that has been on the front burner. I don't know, maybe it's been taken off the front burner already, but I know that almost the whole of last week, this conversation actually caused, a stir with concerns coming from different quarters. I mean, how justified is the fact that you get to arraign minors because they actually, indulged in hunger protests? That speaks to the fact that there is indeed hunger in the land.
And the malnourishment, is just one thing. I never thought I could see, somebody with ribs. I think the last time I saw that was a Rwandan picture, that depicted all the Rwandan children who do not have the necessary, amenities to sustain life. But I saw that. I mean, you need to see that. Such an awful place.
And what is really shocking is the fact that the council, the federal government, council or representatives said that these guys are not minors. These children are not minors.
Okay.
Some of them are even married. I think I actually saw that on China's television. Right. And then I had to go take a look, very close look at the picture of these children, whether they are minors or they are adults. I don't know. I don't look can be deceptive sometimes.
Right.
But what exactly is the justification for this?
What exactly is the justification? But we've got to let you in on the fact that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, on Sunday, that was yesterday, had said his recent suggestion to convert church vigils into night shifts has been misrepresented. Okay. A statement issued by his media aide, Ibrahim Umar, in the wake of the outrage, said Obi's comment was twisted and blown out of proportions. I'll leave it there.
Night vigils to night shifts?
To night shifts now? Okay. Well, he already said he was misrepresented. If they stop with the green. He said he was misrepresented. That's what he said. Come on, leave it there.
The Ember months are basically for night vigils, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of that. It's very typical of us in this part of the world that we get to pray relentlessly. Most of us even, spend the whole day in church praying to God. And I begin to wonder, is it that God is like we kind of like put God on his toes, right? During the Ember month, we're expecting to work overtime as opposed to other months of the year. No pun intended.
No pun
but that's
intended.
just by the way.
By the way.
Moving on, the Edo State Police Command has said that the dismissal of Inspector Idris Uduma for exposing Sergeant Ibrahim, who has also been dismissed, is in order. Right. Now, the police public relations officer Moses Yamo on Sunday night said in a statement that the female police officer took advantage of the situation to try to extort money from Abraham while co-opting his husband, Inspector Ibrahim Muhammad, in the scheme.
Where is corruption not happening? I mean, some people will say corruption is a state of the mind, just as wealth is a state of the mind and poverty is a state of the mind. So if all of this is a state of the mind, do we correct it at the state of the mind? Where do we hold these meetings? At the state of the mind to correct this mind or mindless? I don't know, but I'll leave it there though. But let's go away from that one now and bring to you the fact that a man simply identified as Saidi is cooling his feet in detention for allegedly killing his father, Bale, whom he reportedly accompanied to his farm located in Lulusi, Osun State. Now, Bale was said to have been decapitated. Lord, on his farm on the day he was to begin harvesting his produce. So nobody would tell me that this is as a result of poverty or hunger or hunger.
It's greed.
Right. Well,
and then we know, of course, that I mean, not all the youth, but we have a handful of youths, who are not ready to work for the money.
Good.
They just want to make it like at the snap of their fingers. And
fast.
it's really very sad. Somehow this speaks to, the end time, signs that the Bible actually tells us to look out for.
Right.
Because how do you explain the fact that you accompany your father to his farmland to begin, harvesting his produce, of which you would benefit from, all right, at the end of the day, you take his life.
Nobody should come calling the president, my baba. Don't come calling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu right now and saying it's Tinubu's fault. Please, this is no Tinubu's fault.
Absolutely.
This is no government's fault. This is self pursuit.
I
don't
agree.
know, whatever that might be.
I agree.
But, that is what is happening right there. You
And
might as
then-
well want to let us know.
Well, the Ogun State Police Command is on the hunt for an unidentified driver who allegedly killed 2 persons, including the driver and the passenger, at the Ibafo section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. It was learned on Sunday that the incident took place at approximately 11:23 p.m. on Saturday in front of the NIPCO gas filling station.
Too sad.
Is this a case of hit and run or what?
Well, but unidentified. I think I've heard that name a couple of times. It's becoming a household name.
Unidentified,
unknown, masked, everything is just, I don't know. But about 130 foreigners have been arrested by the Nigerian Police Force, NPF, for alleged high-level cyber crimes, hacking, and activities against national security. Now, a statement by the force spokesman, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, on Sunday said 17 others were arrested, were identified as Nigerians. All right.
Because it's not possible that all of these hackers, are foreigners. There should be some sort of, connivance and collaboration with some of us.
Some of us,
and
of course.
It's really very sad because, a layman would say that it is the rat in your house that would actually invite the ones outside to come feast, on the goodies you've got in your home.
He said it's the rat in your house, right? That would invite the other ones outside to come feast.
Absolutely.
Come on. Omoefe, where are you getting this thing from, Biko? Connect me so that I will also be a part of it. But yes, at this juncture, let's just take you very to Nigerian newspapers. Quite a number of dailies, for us to look into. Now, listen, it's going to be a very smart read, so you might as well want to join us and keep your ears open as we go in this conversational episode. Now, the big story, hashtag end bad governance with Daily Trust newspaper. Families of detained minors cry for justice, right? It's got a couple of writers. I want to say 5 precisely. The first one says, I thought my son was dead. Second writer, Falana, other lawyers challenge bail terms. Third writer, IGP, prosecutors of utterances disappointing. That's what the ACF is saying now. Governor Yusuf demands detainees return to Kano. And the last one for that big story would be CSOs threaten mass action. Syrup wants minors released in 48 hours. Let's go see yet another one right there.
All right, this one here says Dangote reveals petrol price sells at 990 naira per litre. I'm sure that those listening out there would want to chew on this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, to get counter views with regards to this particular headline this morning.
What was the last time when we heard about the Dangote NNPC Ipman saga? What price were we pegging it at?
I think it was around 800 and...
we're pegging it at 800. Some even said, it should even come to 300 or 500 and all of that. But well, he says 990 naira to a litre. Okay, landmine kills 7 loggers in Borno. That's not a very good story. By the way, these 2 stories are found on page 8, actually. And then let's get to page 27.
It says presidency, Afinefere disagree over federal appointment.
Right.
All right.
Going down to the base of the Daily Trust newspaper now. Naira depreciation pushes Nigeria's debt up by 47 trillion naira in 1 year. You would find that one on page 23.
Now one will begin to wonder the gains, the CBN, because somehow the CBN would come out to say that the Naira is already recording some gains and all of that.
That's right. Cardoso said we are putting it all. Policies. We must continue. And oh my God, I don't know. It's sad though. And I'm wondering what kind of policies are we putting on, that keeps the Naira on a free fall. Well.
Moving on now to page 7. This one here says a site refinery in Kolmani Forum tells the federal government.
That's right. And to this one on page 11 now, sharp eyes have got 2 Kano NNPP reps dump Kwankwasia movement. Okay. Right.
a lot of politicking going on already.
I tell you already.
If you ask me. Now, wanted terrorist leader Habu Dogo arrested while we wait for the arrest of Turji.
Right. Well, let's go to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Omaife. Trust me, while we wait for the arrest of Turji, which of course you and I have been calling for. And the last that I recall, the DHQ had said, well, we are very close and it's very, very soon.
Yep.
We will get it rightly and get him, nip him in the bud already. But let's go to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
Well, on the front page, the big news story there, written in red and white and also black. No, just red and black, actually.
Okay.
It says reforms. What I would have done differently. Now, this is coming from former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Right underneath it says, Nigerians rejected your ideas in 2023. Presidency talking there.
Right.
You get that on pages 28 and 29. Well, I'm really not surprised seeing the exchange of, very strong words there.
I mean,
coming from the presidency and also Atiku Abubakar.
It's almost seeming like a comeback. But let's take you just above the Nigerian newspaper, Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now, page 6 precisely. Cost of goods may rise as bank system migration cripples cargo clearance at seaport.
Right, and then moving on to page 3, it says whole trial of minors release compensate detainees. ACF tells federal government. And right underneath it says Human Rights Commission condemns arraignment of minors.
All right, now let's bring this one to you. Are petrol cheaper than imported ones? Dangote saying that now. On page 34 you would find says ex-depot price is 990 naira to a liter for trucks. Okay, it's cheaper. It's fine, no words.
Well, moving on, police arrest 113 Chinese, Malaysians, 17 Nigerians for cybercrime and also hacking. I think that's on page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
Some story that story is. And let's get you to this one right here. Nigeria's productivity crisis deepens as per capita income drops to $877 US. You would find that story on page 30. Couple of riders, $7 productivity per hour below. Gabon's $26 and Botswana's $21 to an hour. Ooh, really? Egypt's $20 to an hour. Now, second rider, poor economic leadership hinders growth, productivity. All right.
Whew.
I don't want to go into it.
I think one thing we've been very conversant with since President Bola Tinubu assumed, office or duty, if you like, would be economic, policies or economic reforms.
Right.
And
that's it.
The tagline to it would be that it has been poor. I mean, for some
Quite
people,
poor,
and others would say that no, not necessarily poor, but these reforms would actually, take some time, right, to yield the desired results.
15 years.
What?
Yes, let's give it 15 years. Don't stop it, please. Let's just go on that reform. I mean, that's why they call it reform, right?
Moving away from reforms, how U.S. presidential election may be decided. You can find that on page 28 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning.
And as what says, Lagos Calabar Coastal Road compensation to affected property owners hit 118 billion naira. Right? And that will be all with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Let's get on with the Punch newspaper. But keep in mind that this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where we give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. The Punch newspaper, the big story says, hashtag end bad governance. Northern governors, ACF, others demand minors release. Right, page 2 is carrying that story. It's got one rider to it. North must wake up. Bala Mohammed charges region. Sands differ on arraigned minors. All right, and we see this one. Aggrieved residents protest as king politicians visit Spain. Flood scenes. That's right. I saw that one. Wasn't funny. Page 9 carries that story. Now, at the base on page 62, yes, it is. Government allocates 18 billion naira compensation for Lagos Calabar Highway. And to page 5 now, man jailed 6 months for attempting to sit daughter's UTME. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
they have the same surname.
Oh, well.
Kind of, I guess. Oh well, ends it. U.S. election, Harris, Trump in final push for votes. All right, that thing is really ongoing. I never thought I was going to come to a time in the U.S. where ballot boxes will be burnt. Did we really hear things like that before. But yeah, somebody once, while conversing with me said, they have learned Nigeria have entered US. So, look at this. Look at this.
But come on, let's not demonize the process right here.
I get it.
Whatever it is that we've recorded over the years, looking at the electoral process, somehow it is obtainable in other climes. Because
True.
how do you explain the fact, was it the Capitol?
Capitol.
Yes,
Yeah.
it wasn't a riot.
Yeah, it wasn't a riot. They saw it as treasonable.
Of course.
Yes, it was treasonable though. Yeah, but anyways, that is what it is. And just at the top, the utmost, the apogee, the height, federal government projects 44 trillion naira revenue as reps oppose tax review. All right, page 2 and to page 62 again. Looking popular if you ask me. 4 marketers spend 833 billion naira on fuel import. Report says, and the last, not really the last, but this one says Nigeria's forex market unstable, says Fitch. All right, page 60 is carrying the story. Now to the stories that I would call the last one. It's just to the side of the Punch newspaper banner now. Ondo governor poll debate. Ayedatiwa tackles Ajayi over 1.2 billion naira security vote. SDP ADC candidate promise to tackle insecurity. All right, page 9 carries that story. And let's go to the last paper now.
Right, looking at the front page of the Guardian newspaper, it says federal government begins food import, may extend zero duty initiative timeline. You find that on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And then Nigeria, 8 ECOWAS countries sign high seas treaty. Details this morning on page. You've got a sharp eyes.
Well, I've got sharp eyes. Let's see. Page 20.
All right, you have that on page 20 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And then Dangote, our petrol cheaper than imported ones. That's on page 2.
That's right.
Resource control, a real reason for Rivers political crisis, says Fubara. Well, we should expect a counter reaction from the FCT minister.
Exactly.
Maybe in the days to come. But that's on page 7. Hardship. APC slams Makinde. IMPI backs Tinubu as Atiku offers alternative path. Details on page 6, right? And then Lagos Calabar Highway, federal government to pay 8 billion naira compensation in 10 days. You find that on page 3. CSOs file an fault treason charges, urge release of minors, others. You find that on page 3 as well. And then Oando announces a 60.3 billion naira profit. Well,
about the Lagos Calabar Highway, from what I heard at first was that it was about 10 billion naira that was going to put in there, and then suddenly they decided that we'll add 8, to it and all of that. So they made it 18. As it stands. But anyways, let's now get on to hearing from you. We already brought to you the front page of Nigerian newspapers. It will be time for you to also let us know your thoughts. I mean, do we still have, some... will I say, are we making some very strong progress on the front pages now? Or... we are still having the same one stories, right? If you ask me, the compensation to those, whose homes or property will be affected, 18 billion naira, could be some good stories if you ask. But I don't know what is good for you, what is bad, what is fair, what is not fair. It is up to you to let us in. And remember, you can follow us across social media platforms. We talk about Facebook, we talk about YouTube as a channel, actually. So you go watch us on these two. And of course, get onto Twitter, that's X now, formerly Twitter, and TikTok, and get onto Instagram, and we will be there live for you, right? At Eagles FM Abuja. Have we given you the numbers just yet? All
right, the numbers to call this morning would be 09087668888 or 09073530044. Do well to send a message or a voice note to the WhatsApp portal on 09097054450. Please don't forget to make your voice notes, just 1 minute 30 seconds,
right? That's just what it is. Right, let's go take this one now. Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Odua.
Good morning to you, Elder Onoja.
Good morning, my regard to your family, my regard to my beautiful sister there.
Good morning, Elder.
Good morning to you,
Our
Elder.
daughter, my beautiful daughter there.
Oh,
Thank
Elder.
you so much.
Elder, thank
Indeed,
you.
I'm your daughter.
I am blushing on her
I'm
behalf.
your sister, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Elder, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Cuba.
Okay,
Abuja,
awesome. Talk to us, Elder.
My brother, I don't know how politicians deal with this. Why politicians are so wicked? Children. You detain children and charge them for stealing. Treason. I don't know that whether they know the punishment of treason. Treason is a sentence to death or life imprisonment. If somebody came and said they're hungry, say your government is not good, and then you say you carry another country's flag. If you are talking about a flag, go to churches, go to embassies, go to companies. They are holding different countries' flags. Why should you charge children? Minor for case of treason in Nigeria here. The politicians, they are very wicked. And that's what they are doing. If they can make treason, people can stop treason against this government because of these simple things.
Right.
Everybody has condemned it. And instead of them to come out now, apologize, and release these children immediately, they say they are waiting for the court day. Is this good?
Okay.
Is it good? The children, people's children, we can't get for treason because they only other countries are flag. Children where don't know. And then there's a law for minor. You can't charge minor for that type of offense. I don't know whether police are reading the law or they want to make people care, not to come out and protest against the government. Protest is a right. These people, they don't protest with guns or armed ammunition. Children, you detain them there, you bring them out, people criticize you, and then instead of you, go 24 hours, you release them, call the judge and release them. Let them go. And then instead they wait for the day of court judgment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elder
Elder.
Onaja, right there, speaking actively, about these issues. But hey, let's just go take a breather and pay some bills. We will be right back. Remember, this is the newspaper review. We call it the Pages, of course, segment of the Eagles Morning Rise.
Eagles 102.3 FM. Abuja, here to stay.
Wow, this feature phone is so good.
Which phone is that?
It is the itel IT5627. It comes with a 2500 mAh battery, which gives you 55 hours of standby use. Type-C charger, triple SIM slot, 3.0-inch screen, plus the 24 months warranty of worry-free use.
Huh? 24 months warranty?
Yes, go and get yours. itel IT5627. New itel, new experience.
Eagles 102.3 FM. Abuja, here to stay.
Get the desired clients for your business and service and get your phones buzzing. From the 1st of September to the 31st of December, you can advertise and reach a large audience with the Eagles FM Ember Months package. Advertise on any of our platforms and get a whopping 30% discount. That's right, 30% discount. For more information, please call 080-5919-8658. 080-5919-8658 or 081-5791-7278. 081-5791-7278. The Eagles FM 102.3 FM Ember Package is a sure way to getting a wider clientele for your business and service.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio.
Eagles 102.3.
All right, right, and we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. If you are just joining us, this is Eagles Morning Rise Breakfast Show, and this segment, as a matter of fact, is where we'll get to review the blazing headlines for the day and also let you share your thoughts. The studio lines are already buzzing, and it appears a number of people are really, really, really interested. I mean, I wouldn't want to use the word desperate, but
it's a place of desperation because
to share their 2 cents.
I tell you the truth, Omaife, is a state of desperation right now to speak about issues that concern Nigeria, and I like the fact that everybody's woke. Everybody's woken up now, and everybody's saying, "Hey, politics is not just going to be a masculine affair. It's not just a feminist affair. It's an everybody affair."
Absolutely.
Right? 0907-353-0044 will be the first number that you can call.
And of course, the second number would be 09087668888.
Remember, the WhatsApp portal number is there for your WhatsApping messages. 0909-705-4450. Also remember, as you put a voice notes via the WhatsApp portal number, let it be 1 minute 30 seconds, or at most 35 seconds, right? We could give you a 5-second grace.
Okay.
I always say
that's
that.
fair enough.
That's fair enough, right? Okay, taking this one.
Hello, good morning.
Princess, good morning. Barrister.
Hi, Obasanjo. Good morning.
Kai. Good morning. Salaam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
All right, Obasanjo, where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Amali,
Awesome.
Niger State.
All right. Talk to us.
Plenty things they happen for the country and for the state
Right.
as a whole, and everybody is getting not appreciating for what is happening in the country completely. The court of the minor and Fubara and other Atiku Abubakar all say it. Sir, see, since APC comes on board, since 2000 when they galvanized to dethrone PDP out of power,
Right.
that is where their problem. Why? Because the agenda of leading Nigeria was not even there.
Right.
The agenda was to take the leadership away, but to fix Nigeria where the PDP left, they don't fix it. All what we are seeing now, everybody is going back. Even during colonial era, we were appreciating for what is happening. But when APC, the present government, come on board, I am telling you, we have gone back, reverse. Our schools are no longer functioning. Our electricity, everything. I am telling you, if it comes to our community, they have cut the cable completely. No function again.
Yeah,
Not talk about
who cut the cable, Obasanjo? You know who?
Me, who will I say it now?
Right, okay.
We have bandit in the office.
Yeah.
We have bandit in the office. They are receiving AC.
Okay.
They will sanction 10 million naira to individual.
Okay.
Equally, Bello 3G and Sububu and Yellow and Co. They will even sanction 10 million to every person. So both sides. We are not, the poor man is not appreciating for what is happening completely.
Okay.
I am telling you, Barrister, Nigeria, we need to wake up.
All
In
right.
2007, that is why you can see what is happening in River State. Wike, why? Because it's part of them. You can be, when you see Judas inside the disciple of Jesus, he was to do.
Obasanjo, we get
Obasanjo, I think we just have to leave it here now.
Let's leave
Thank
it
you so
there.
much.
Understood, though.
Thank you.
Understood,
Thank you.
Obasanjo. Well,
the energy
anyways.
we came with today is on another level,
The energy.
honestly.
But yeah, Obasanjo, you've said thanks that quite a number of Nigerians can reckon with. But anyways, let's get on with this one.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Very
morning,
well,
everyone.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
LC,
Yes.
I'm my brother here. My name is Gigi from Last Camp.
GB, welcome aboard. Talk to us,
are you hearing
GB.
me?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Okay. Dangote says is fuel is cheaper than imported one.
Exactly.
How much is it? Have you told us the price? Then why is it G2? If it's cheaper, then doesn't even need to make an announcement. The people will be looking for where the cheaper is. Cheaper petrol is and go and buy. It's over 500 million. And the market go there, they cannot sell on the NFTC giving directive. They don't want to sell. If you have a cheaper one, you not reduce about somebody importing his own. That means you are giving a competition. You give me room for any competition. I mean, let me tell you something. There's something that I've not told you about that refinery or the product or the price. Because if you have a cheaper one, I'm telling you, Nigeria is looking for cheaper fuel. So nobody, it does not need to announce it. You see the whole place bombarded with market I want to buy from him. I will not be afraid of importation.
Right.
So I'm not really trying to say really giving us the riches what they have in that petrol station. And for the issue of minor, let me tell you, the thing is to make it political. Now, those CSO who are now championing saying human rights are this, but they know that where that these children were arrested and the detention, they need to get their bail out, because if they case with police after investigation, they will give you bail. They only cause to appear in court, they will charge you to court. Why don't this CSO, this very dark man, a father and the rest, why have they gone to the police and say, release these children to us? When you now have to take the court, we'll give them these children. They don't do that. Have they been able to feed these children in detention? And they say they are minorities. Have they been there to go and feed and give them food? As a human rights fighter and a human rights advocate,
Right.
they have not done that.
Okay.
And the governor of the state, who had the children in the police custody for almost 3 months, what did they do to get them free, to get their bills and feed them?
So, GB, are you saying it's all about eye service? That's eye service. That's what you're saying, yeah? Okay, I get that. All right, GB. All right, GB. For once of time, we cannot go any further. Thank you. Appreciate it. GB says it's all a show. It's all a show. When these people really needed, y'all didn't come close. And now, okay.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. My queen and also my king. This is Dr. Prince Icon, and I'm calling from Karimo.
All right.
Thank you that I'm eventually being hooked.
All right. You're welcome.
It's
Doctor.
a pity that we are in Nigeria. Anything can happen. This is not the dream of our forefathers like, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, M.I. Opara, Sam Akintora, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and also Tafawa Balewa, and rest of them. Why is it that it assumed that we operate in federal government? Some policies are made for what? For the minors and also the majors. There's no actual respectfulness of the supremacy of the rule of law. Why is it that people, minor ones, are being targeted? Look at people that have been, on sale or detained for almost 9-something days. Why some people who are high and mighty are parading themselves that they Alpha and Omega in this country? Things are not being done well, as been expected. Are we in a democratic era or what we call militant era? Some military government does not operate the way we are operating here. What is agitation? Agitation is for us to say our sadness, to make our sadness known by the public. Something that has been going on in our situation, our environment, is not being done well. After all, there is what we call environmental determinism that says when someone's environment is okay, with high sense of conduciveness and comfortability, it will reflect on his emotions, psyche and psychology, anything at all that the person is doing. But when someone's environment is not okay, the person is going to, tag and see himself as a fugitive.
Okay.
Rolling me up and down, parading me up and down.
All right,
why
Doctor.
are we this?
Doctor.
Me, please. They should be able to release those people.
Okay.
After all, the former governor of Kogi State have been going around 6 months after his pronouncement that he made away with about eight something billion naira. Look at what we're going. After all, you are not the word catch
All right.
for being
Please,
detained. Please, I'm begging, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Dr.
I think
Prince.
that point is very, very necessary.
Yeah.
Don't dwell on the whole Yahya Bello case again, please. The investigation is still ongoing.
Absolutely.
Let us get to the end of it. When we get a verdict,
Of course.
then we'll know where we stand in that conversation. Well, we're still taking your calls and taking your reaction, and okay, that's a miss. Taking yet another one now.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chief.
Sorry, Chinonso, right? From Suleja?
Yes.
Awesome.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I want to talk about this minus. Okay, this is the typical
All right, Chinonso, I don't know. You're not very clear.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I said I want to talk about this minus.
Yes.
this is the typical way of Nigeria, the way they do this thing here in this country. So you make you very poor. Then by the time you protest, they usually are against you. You understand? They were granted 10 million naira there. The House of Representatives taken that driver was given 500,000 naira there. This man, they are granted 10 million naira there. This is Nigeria, where anything can happen. Then about Dangote told us that his own fuel is cheaper than imported oil. So this very milligram affected can be finally came on board. Everything changed. Dangote, the oil is cheaper.
So is it okay for you to call us back? Because at this point in time, we're finding it very difficult to get sense of the points you're making, all right?
Exactly.
This is where to call back.
Yeah. Let's take this call now.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Good morning, Master UG. Dr. Olajide from Washington.
Dr. Olajide, is that you?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Where are you calling from, though, Dr. Olajide?
I'm calling from Washington.
Awesome. Dr. Olajide, let's hear you.
Master UG, you see the way we are going as a nation. You see the way people are playing politics with crime. And they are calling for Yaya Bello's edge. You can see what is going on. Master UG, if any of these children happens to kill somebody, we say is a minor, they should let him go. Look at the destruction they perpetrated in Kano, and they say they are minor. Don't live there and they don't know what they are doing. Master UG, and people are defending this with passion. Master UG, I've always said it. Nigerians deserve the leader they get. I want to ask Master UG, is there any law that protected minors from the responsibility of crime in Nigeria, in anywhere in the world? Can you please, somebody should call and tell me that there is a law that protected minors from being prosecuted for crime he committed or she committed? See, we can't continue like this. Because you don't like the president or you don't like the party, and then you say they want to do the right thing, you said no. Abba. They say they are minority. So they are telling us now, when these people didn't they didn't give them food. And before they came, we were giving them food before. Is this the way we want to defend this nation? Is this the way we want to progress? You see elders well educated. This is fighting for this. It's better you please clemency for them. It's better you see government should please pardon than say they have not committed anything, that it was government bad policy they are protesting against. And during that protest, they kill people, they destroy properties, and you say they are minor. Master UG, we are here.
Okay.
We are all here.
Okay, I get
God
that.
bless Nigeria.
All right.
God bless you, FM.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Olajide,
Olajide, for that. Well, I mean, Dr. Olajide also put out, these laws protecting minors from prosecution for crimes, committed very globally. I mean, in China, the law of the People's Republic of China on protection of minors ensures minors' rights and safeguards their interests. I mean, the law focuses on protecting minors' physical and mental health, promoting their development, as well as guaranteeing their rights to life, development, protection, and participation. And there are also key provisions, for that. So it varies. That's just what we are, trying to say. However, specific laws regarding minor persecution differ by country and jurisdiction. For instance, some countries have juvenile justice systems that focus on rehabilitation rather than punishment. So, yeah.
Well, I think this particular stance is where a number of Nigerian CSOs and human rights, activists have come, out to say that whilst it's okay to register the fact that properties were destroyed during the protest, we must also, take note or take cognizance of the fact that something, may have, pushed this, minors, as it were, to be part of the protest. And again, it all boils down to hunger and poverty in our country today. Well, this should be an eye-opener for every one of us in the country. I mean, from the citizens to the leadership, that indeed something must be done, because why some people actually think that these children are perhaps a Marjorie, and of course the perceived nuisance they constitute in our society, it actually calls for action, that a lot more needs to be done in a way of accommodating this particular situation that we have, because it appears we can't do without it. Because you go to the north, you go to the south, you go to the east and the west, you have these children roaming the streets. Where are their parents in the first place? I think that's one question we also need to ask ourselves.
And when you talk about poverty and all of that, people always mistake it for just food. I mean, when you have a lack of education system that is working, it's poverty. Y'all are poor. If you have a poor healthcare, you're poor. That's just what it is. So poverty cuts across all of these sectors. All right. But let's just go see this one now. Take your messages via the WhatsApp portal and put a peg on the calls, voice calls, that is. Alaji Soliu Ijedodo, Alaji Soliu from Ijedodo, Lagos, is saying Dangote asking petrol marketers to patronize his own refinery. They should not listen to Dangote, because Dangote is number one problem we have in Nigeria. Well, okay, he says it's number one problem. He says the reason for before Dangote begins production of cement. I can't get that. I don't understand. He said, well, we buy cement 350 or 500, but when Obasanjo gave him license of cement, the only person to produce cement is he became the only person to produce cement. It's rice
actually rose to
3,000 or 5,000. When Bua asked Dangote for them to reduce prices of cement, he refused. Okay, according to you. Well, please, petrol marketers, I support them. Nigeria shall rise again. The honorable members whom you humiliate, well, that's not what we're talking about, but thank you, Doe, for that one. And let's go see this one now.
This one here says, good morning, UD and Omoefe. On the end bad governance, minors being prosecuted under the guise that they were trying to overthrow Tinubu's government. To me, the government has completely derailed. They have just set a negative record by including Nigeria in the list of territories violating children's rights. In the first place, if the children allegedly committed the offense in Kaduna and Kano, why are they being tried in Abuja? And why are they being kept, since August without decisive action taken on their trial? It appears to me that the purpose of this action of prosecution was just to punish the children, knowing fully well that the state may not be able to sustain the charge against them. It will be an uphill task for the government to prove that they were carrying Russian flag indeed constitutes a treasonable felony. If the motive of government in detaining them is deterrence, the question is, can the government really deter pauperize citizens from protesting in a democracy? The answer is no. Have a nice day. Yusuf from Wuse to that.
Yusuf gave the question. Yusuf gave the answer. But anyways, Yusuf, yes, some strong points you've put out there. Also, Francis Namani from Amagunze in Enugu State.
He's been very, very consistent.
Very, very consistent. You have been, and we appreciate you. You've told us that distance is not a barrier, absolutely, and you've shown it to us. Thank you, far too kind. It says, good morning, my people in the studio. Good morning to you too, Ozo. It says, the APC ruling federal government should come up with policies, programs, and initiatives towards addressing the prevalent economic challenges facing the country rather than shifting attention to 2027 general elections. We can't continue like this. This narrative must be corrected for the overwhelming interest of Nigerians. May God help us. With your hands clasped together, I say amen to that one.
Absolutely.
Now. Let's get to this.
This one here says, good morning, gentle UD. Good morning, Omoefe. Long time. The work is enormous these days.
True
right?
that.
Yunusa Dantani Ibrahim from Abaji. Dangote said our petroleum price is cheaper at 919 naira, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, our petroleum price should have been cheaper than the prescribed amount by Dangote Refinery. It is not expected for us to have refinery in Nigeria and still buy petroleum at the high rate. With all these, Dangote should understand that our petroleum is not cheaper as said. We have also said all time without counting that the protesters should be released without any intricacy because it can lead to political failure, and the government refused to absorb the fact. Gentle UD, have a nice day. Thank you so much, Unisa.
Thank you, Unisa, for that one. Now it's going to be a fast read from Samuel from Kuje. Good morning to you, my brother Udwak Daniel and Omoefe. Peace or Semere, okay? Standing on existing protocols right there. It says, my take on the issue of the End Bad Governance protesters, I know that they were arrested for carrying Russian flags, but the questions, how did the miners get the flag? Did they manufacture the flags by themselves? What is the treasonable offense of these miners? What are they doing to some of the churches and organizations that littered their premises with different kinds of foreign flags? This government have not explained to us the plans they have for the youths and masses of this country. They abandon the realities of things and they are chasing shadows. I know that one day God will deliver us from the wolves in sheep clothing. In Jesus' name, it says. Amen to that. All right. God blessing us. God bless you too.
Thank you so much, Samuel.
I appreciate that one from you, Samuel. And let's get with this one.
This one here says, good morning, Eagle FM group.
Good morning to you.
Crew, rather.
Yeah.
My name is Honorable Edward from Apo. It is unfortunate that these minors where we are referring to here were the ones destroying property during the protest. Being a minor does not qualify you to destroy government property. Did they deny not doing it? Thanks.
Some question right there.
Honorable Edward Apo.
Honorable, some question you have asked right there. But let's go see how much of the voice notes that we can take at this point in time.
Good morning, Good morning, Mr.
Okay.
Good morning. It was a friend. Good morning,
Okay, there's a small mix-up with that voice note. Sorry about that. Let's go see yet another one. All right.
Good morning, Good morning, Daniel, the man with the golden voice, the barrister. My name is Salati, sending this voice note from Turkey.
Okay. Now this is what is something is off. Something is wrong. This is what we've been trying to fix. Apologies, guys. All right, and we would indeed look into it and fix it. So at this time, though, we want to apologize that we may not, well, we will not be able to take your voice messages. Well, let's just try one more time. If it still tells us the same, then we might have to put a pause on it, right? Okay.
And all our callers and listeners this morning, I trust we all had a beautiful weekend. My name is Eric from Musetu. I think the spokesperson of Dangote can promote the sales of their goods or products and services without condemning or in any way undermining the importers' effort. Everybody's into business. So indirectly, what the spokesperson is trying to tell us that before they even start producing their own PMS locally, what they have also been consuming is adulterated. It's fake. That aside. Now, one thing I still don't understand is that agreed there is an international benchmark price for crude oil sales. Now we have our own local producer, independent of Dangote, who sourced some good quantity of his crude, locally, as the government, the presidency approved that it should even be sold to him in naira. What I still don't understand is that this man is not paying any landing cost. I'm an insurance person. There is no cost of marine cargo importation, and I also want to believe he's enjoying some tax waiver. So why is it that his own PMS that is being produced locally is still almost the same price as what the people are bringing, from overseas? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. These people will pay the landing cost of importation, they will pay the cost of shipment, they will pay marine, they will still pay taxes. And I think a lot of things are just shrouded in secrecy. May God deliver the soul of this country. Thank you and have a blessed day.
The soul of this country.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning, Omoefe. Good morning, Mr. Dan. My name is Daniel, calling from Kurudu.
All right, Daniel.
Honestly, truth be told, the present government policy is affecting the masses. It's affecting the masses. In fact, the masses are crying. We are weeping. The government should have pity upon us. You see, any policy that, no matter how beautiful it is, if it has negative impact in the life of people, that policy is not welcome. Nigeria cannot feed. We cannot even go out. Is that the policy? Well, my advice to the government at this point is that the present government should suspend everything that they are doing. Every project they have at hand, they should just suspend it. The government should make petrol available for the masses and let food price come down, because the suffer and the hunger and the starvation in the land is becoming too much. It will lead to anarchy. Please, President Bola Tinubu, have mercy upon us. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is quite an appeal, but please let it not lead to anarchy, because we don't know.
We don't even want to get.
We don't even want to get there, please.
I want to start by talking about good morning, Omoefe. Good morning, Udwak Daniel, the man with the golden voice, the barrister. My name is Salasi, sending this voice note from Turkey. I want to start by talking about these children being arraigned in court, just like what Femi Falana said. They are minors. And I remember Shehu Hussaini made mention of this government during an inauguration. He said he taught them how to protest. This is the same people during the time of Jonathan. They protested against Jonathan. In fact, this government started protest during the military administration. We remember the Nadeko and so on and so forth. Now they cling to power and they don't want people to protest against them. Look at these minors. Look at them in court. Even the Attorney General of the Federation wasn't even aware of the situation. He was even surprised of seeing all this. So we are urging the government to do the needful. When it comes to these people, they should be released. They should be released. They protest during their time. They protest for the fuel price to be reduced, and the government listen and do that and bring back the subsidy. How much are we buying fuel now? So these are the situation. If we can have repentant bandit, if we can have repentant Boko Haram, bring it into our security agencies, and at the end they will steal our weapons and the bikes and run away and go back to their camp and be showing video and say yes, they have run away. Why can't they do the same to these minors? Why can't they do the same? Thank you.
We get that. Well, Vicky Vic is giving us that long face, but Vicky Vic, we love you too. Let's just take this one. Right. Okay.
Calling you from Niger State, Amali. But yes, Barrister. It's Obasanjo calling you from Niger State, Amali. Barrister, you can now see
Obasanjo for want of time, right? Since you already had your, so let's just, put a peg on it. But we just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of us. You have made, this conversation not just about being lit, but you've made it very deep, right? You've taken it away from just headlines and given it, the face, the body, the flesh, and all of that. And those very subtle, appeals, to the president, to the government, saying, hey, things have got to be done.
Mercy.
Have mercy. Well, that's the word. Have mercy. But yeah, don't forget that at 9 a.m.
Yes,
right?
Of course.
We'll be right back,
Absolutely.
and we will take you in a discourse that has to do with developmental strides. Somebody believes that it's not just about the economy, that we should begin to think development. And that we are not thinking development because we are also having lopsided policies. Well, that'll be coming to you at 9 a.m. this morning. Don't go away. Vicky Vic, the sports minister, is coming aboard in a short bit.